All right, we are back. Episode 47 of the Everyday Gyms podcast. Court, wake the hell up. Nigga, you ain't that tired, you lazy bastard. Fuck
Nigga,
up.
I'm stretching my motherfucking neck. You just heard me speak to you not 2 seconds ago. What you talking about?
I just wanted to make sure you was at the camera. Look, you got it laying
Mm,
back like you getting like you got some things going on under the camera. You nigga trying to shoot a
God
fucking porno
damn.
film.
I know I'm crazy, but not that damn crazy. God
Yes,
damn.
you are. Yes, you are.
You really
You
want
had
to
a
Yeah,
see me
chance.
keep
better.
sucking. I'm gonna do this pod while you sucking my dick. That yeah, man.
Yo,
Meanwhile, we're recording this.
I wanted
And
to
you
allude to it. He went full throttle. Hey, welcome back. We missed you, sir.
no.
It's been a long time. We
Hey,
haven't seen you talk like this since last pod.
Welcome back.
you know what I'm saying?
Welcome back.
Don't worry,
Exactly.
people. Don't worry, this will get deleted.
Uh, eventually, right? Eventually. Oh man. So yeah, episode 47, man. Deontay still can't be with us. I think he'll be back with us next week. If not next week, the week after that. He is out of town, but he will be back shortly. So yeah. Uh Road to WrestleMania. Oh man. So we talked about this a little bit offline. I don't know who all got a chance to see the Elimination Chamber. Um, I watched the entire thing. I went back and watched it again. That show was really, really good. Um, if I had a critique on it, it would be that I think certain things wasn't needed. So I know some people be like, "That's not a what the hell." Everything was dope, and it was. Everything was dope. But we'll start from the beginning. There's only like one thing I think wasn't needed. So the women's Elimination Chamber match was the first match that started. Did you see that one, Sean, in court?
Yeah.
I just saw Jade's highlight.
Yeah, Jade came out first. Um, and I seen somebody on Twitter. Well, Jade came out. Well, they had all the participants come out, and it's supposed to be was Alexa Bliss and Naomi was supposed to start. And so they ready to lock up. Jade came out and dog walked Naomi on some gangster shit. Like it wasn't through her head and smashed her head into the cage and kicked her through the pod, and it was a real
Slam the
shit
door on
show.
the head.
Yeah, if I was Jay Uso, I would have been like, all right, hold up, dog. That my bitch. You can't be duffing my bitch like that. Like that crazy, cuz.
He would have came out yeeting. It would have been like it's a real dramatic wrong. You can't be yeeting right now.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't eat while your wife is unconscious, sir. She is literally dangling out the.
wrong.
She looked worse than Kofi Kingston about 8 years ago.
Yeah,
She
that's the
was
way.
Hit
You
her ass with
turn.
the hit her ass with the Marty Jannetty.
Look,
That's the way
nah,
you
she was
return.
she was like trying to crawl out the cage, and Jade took that joint and closed it on her head. Bang! She just just laid out there like body halfway out the cage. Like, yo, that's crazy. So
So,
That's the
so
way.
does this kind of resolve the who hurt her, who hit her on behind the stage thing, or this just a I'm
which where I
duffing
was
this
going to
bitch?
next. I think that it was actually Bianca, right? Somebody pointed out on her X, like when she saw Jade come down, she started taking off her jacket. 'Cause in the case, she had her jacket on. When she saw Jade come down, she started taking her jacket off. Like, oh shit, she found out. So I really do believe Bianca had something to do with it. Besides, I think it's time for Bianca to go heel anyway. She's been a face for a very long time. Um, and I think it's gonna really rear its head probably before WrestleMania. But if it does, I wouldn't be surprised if at WrestleMania it's a three-way for that belt with those three. Or they could save it till after. She may find out after. So
And that's who? That's who? Bianca who? Jade and
and
who?
Rhea, it'll be Bianca, Jade, and Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
You know, but right now it's going to probably be at. Well, there's a match tonight for the heavyweight championship. It's supposed to be Rhea Ripley versus
The
the
EO Sky.
Io Sky, yeah, for the night, and that's going to determine who's going to challenge what you call for the belt.
Oh,
Bianca,
okay.
or who's going to face Bianca for the belt. So Everybody think Io's gonna lose. You never know. It could be a fatal 4-way. The way they move and stuff right now, you just never know, which is a really good thing. But all in all, it was a great match. Great opening match. Bianca did win. They had some spots, and I was like, God damn. When she whipped her with that hair, I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, on top of the cage.
Man, that joint was loud. I was like, hey, yo. They put a big welt across her waistline where her rib cage was at. I said, bruh, she hit her hard as fuck. Only person I've ever seen get hit like that was actually what's it, Snoop cousin? What's her name? I'm sorry.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, Sasha Banks. Y'all. She the one. She got hit like that first, and I was like, "Oh my!" Well, did I see?
I was about to say her new name. I had to really think a little.
Yeah, so some Monet, ain't it? Something like that.
Yeah, Mercedes Monet.
Mercedes, yeah.
Yeah, she may as well go ahead and come on back to WWE.
Like it's very nice over there, so that's why she's not over here. But yeah, Bianca winning is it. I like the whole thing with Rhea walking out beside her.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Io walk up. I like that. Just setting that up, giving you that little Easter egg that we might see that, or like you said, you might get the other matchup. But
Rhea's a big ass woman, dog. Like Rhea big, dog.
Yeah.
Her and Jay is like, bruh, what y'all eating over there? What's in the water?
When she was all those matches with Liv, I was just like, man, Liv,
that's not Alexis Bliss, Liv Morgan. Sorry, go ahead.
You live. Oh, you was talking about yeah. Liv just Liv ain't too big, but
right,
it looked way but like a disadvantage when she's near Rhea. You're like, yo, you are
Macho Man
big.
versus Andre type.
Yeah, like
that's crazy work.
You could just imagine when things do settle, or how would they push this wherever we go from Mania, and down the line we get a Jade and Rhea. That's gonna be that's a lot of furniture will be
beefy ass female fight, boy. Them two big women right there, dog. And she looked like she actually dropped some weight since that neck injury. Just to maybe 10 pounds or so. Yeah, Jay, like she lost some. She looked like she looked more. I'm like, bro, how do you look more? I'm like,
I can't even tell.
Cut like that.
I think
her workout regimen would be insane.
And when she got there, I think we're more softer, but she still is built.
She worked out with Bobby Lashley. Them the only two motherfuckers I ever seen in my life that don't lose no muscle tone. Them two niggas. Jesus Christ. That nigga Sheamus worked out with Bobby Lashley one time. I shot a little behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
That nigga Sheamus worked out Bobby, but Sheamus was just like, nah, I'm a butt. Where that DDP yoga at? This nigga tripping. I'm doing yoga. This nigga different.
Nigga doing calisthenics.
Yeah,
bruh, I'm telling you, Sheamus is not a small dude either.
Yeah, Sheamus ain't,
Yeah, that nigga worked out with Bobby and was like, you do this every day? Nah, my nigga. Niggas Dennis Rodman with the combat boots on the treadmill.
Yeah, just like
lift at the back to back. What? Yo, get out of here. Stop playing. And then we had, what was the match of that? We had the Charlotte. No, I'm sorry, not Charlotte. It was Nia Jax, the tag team match, and Trish and the world champ. I forgot the other young lady's name, which is a pretty good match. Toronto versus Florida, wherever this is from, but they brought Trish in. It was like Trish has never lost a tag team match before in Toronto. I'm like, who looked at that LeBron James ass stat?
Meanwhile, her record is 1-0.
I'm about to say, yeah, she like 1-0 or some shit. Like, don't look at this.
She's never lost in Toronto. You're like, who has this stat? Like, what are we doing?
What are you talking about? I get out of here, scram, beat it.
They took that from the pod. They seen Deontay's trivia and was like, yo, we got to come up with a new stat for Trish. It's like, they'll never get this on the pod. They'll never get this. Like,
this will stump them right here. This will stump them, baby. What?
Right, yeah, this will get them.
Calm down. But it was a good match, you know what I'm saying? They gave him his TV time. I thought, a good 15, 20-minute match. No surprises there. You figured that Trish was gonna win because Tiffany, I think I think she's from Canada too. I think so. I know
It's Tiffany Stratton, something like that, or something.
Yeah, I think she's from Canada. So
And
I tell you, boy,
they
Canada.
got that. They kind of building that momentum with them too right now. So.
Yeah. Which I see why everybody thought, including myself, like, why didn't you see Charlotte? Nothing like that. But I think the way the rest of the card was, you didn't need to see Charlotte. Like it was too much going on.
Yeah,
to have
when you bring
it
back,
was
you
like,
don't really need,
yeah,
you know,
like bro, I know you want to set up everything, but god damn, this we don't need
you
all that.
got
Jesus
Raw
Christ.
and everything, SmackDown, you can shut things up, like, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. And then we had to me the match of the night. The match of the night, yo, Zayn versus Owens. Court, did you see this match?
Nah.
Dog,
I'm assuming Kevin Owens won.
Kevin Owens won, but listen, nobody won. He won by pinfall.
It says victory at the bottom of the screen, but it's like,
he got a W.
Did in the match, you're like, yeah, all right, that's a way to win.
Right. And just for me, like, I'm going to the end of the match real quick. Like, Owens won, and then this is the part I thought wasn't needed, but I understand why. Randy Orton came back to save Zayn.
El Generico.
Yeah. And no, sir, not the same person. Stop. Don't do that. Okay, you spreading rumors. So he came back to save him. Yeah, he came back to save him. But the way that match was, they're going to probably set up Kevin Owens and Randy for WrestleMania. The way that match was, Court, bro, it got so eerie at one point. The fans was literally in the crowd like, all right, yeah, that's enough. Like, I think y'all like need to stop for somebody like literally dies. You saw it, Sean. Like the fans were really like, okay, that like seriously, like y'all,
yeah,
we got enough. We full.
When it cut to the fans, it was very like tense. Like fans were looking like in horror.
Yeah.
Like,
so was
remember when Brock beat Undertaker and it was like a silence, like what the? It was that type of like, okay, wait, what are we watching?
So was it one-sided or both of them was kind of having a moments?
No, both of them was getting active.
Yeah,
both was getting active until the end when that nigga took Sami Zayn head and put it between a chair and threw that nigga into the ring post and body first, picked him up and did it again, bang, and then caught him with a power bomb on his neck, on his back, because he was favored his neck because he was supposed to have a neck injury. Power bombed him on the corner of the ring. That the first time.
That's the OG spot.
This nigga's sleepy.
Nigga, I'm listening.
Yeah, I hate you. But but then the refs came out, tried to stop it, and all this type of stuff. And then after that, he tried to do it again. Sami Zayn tried to fight out of it. He kicked his nigga again, then powerbombed him again on the corner of the apron the second time. It was like, all right, bro, that's enough. The fans literally like, okay, just listen, go get the pin, my boy, because it's over.
Is this kind of bucking the trend of how WrestleMania has been for a while? But they didn't have too many matches where they kind of let people go to that level of extreme.
It was an unsanctioned match.
Yeah,
it was unsanctioned because of what's been going on between them two over recently.
So that allows you to goddamn go to no holds barred, basically. Because you remember back in the day, that was like a fucking regular match on Raw. They was having, the TLC days and all them where them extreme matches like a regular, and they kind of got away from it.
Bro, you know that like that half Nelson suplex they used to do that he be doing?
Yeah.
Bro. He caught that nigga in a half Nelson suplex on his. Sami Zayn caught Kevin Owens in a half Nelson suplex on his neck. Kevin Owens fell back on his neck, rolled out of it, got back up, swung around, got caught with another one. back to back on his neck, bruh. I was okay. Wait, all right, dog. How your neck, your vertebrae should be dead, bruh. Ain't no way in hell you got up from that.
When I tell you,
So to you, this was the best match of the night,
Absolutely, hands down for me.
and that, and that was leading into something. Like we understand Kevin Owens, he's usually up there, but do you think this is something that, barring Sami Zayn being out for like a long time injury wise, that could propel him into them actually putting one of them straps on him? Maybe not the world title, but at least Intercontinental or something.
I believe he beats Jey Uso after Jey Uso wins his belt in
Sami Zayn take the belt off Uso.
I think Kevin Owens finally gets that belt on Raw sometime, maybe SummerSlam time frame or something like that.
Do you think that propels Sami Zayn, who it seems like is always in the conversation, but it's never in the conversation?
I don't think so.
not right now.
Yeah,
Is it because he doesn't win these matches, or is it because he just?
I think they don't see him more than as a mid Carter, unfortunately.
But that's an Intercontinental champion or a U.S. champion. He ain't touched neither one of them.
Yeah, he was just Intercontinental champion. Braun Breaker, the one who got it now, beat him for it.
Beat Sami Zayn for it.
Yeah, Sami Zayn had it about 6 months ago.
He had that shit for about 2 minutes.
Now he had it for what, 3 months, 2 months, something like that. Something like that.
A lot of people were like, kind of like, I really want him to win the belt at that time, but most of the time, people be wanting Sammy to win because he, at times, you feel like he deserves it. And that was one of the times, well, not everybody, but you got your pocket of people that was expecting a different outcome. And then when he had title reign, like you said, he dropped it to Braun. But I don't know.
So at best, he's a tag team champion. That's about as good as it get for him. Basically, what you're saying?
No, he's been Intercontinental champion.
Right now, the way you will know after WrestleMania because everything's so lined up for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I think once things settle, then they'll start the wings to other possible storylines. And if
because like the lead up when he was talking, it sounded like he was ready to hang the boots up. The way he was talking, like this was like the end of the road for him, or was it just the end of the road for them two beefing?
I'll say this. I think this for them was what happened with Edge before he got catapulted to the main event, right? When Edge fought Mick Foley and they had that match at WrestleMania where he fucking speared that nigga through the fiery table. And he had fell on thumbtacks and they found he could really go and hold the match. I think this could possibly be it for Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Owens already been up there, but he hasn't been up there since. So you never know. And then again, I think that I just out of you look at it. I mean, because WrestleMania, they're building WrestleMania right now, and right now those two for a title defense or a title contention is not in the cards for them right now. They have so many storylines that they build on, but I would not be surprised in the future. Maybe at SummerSlam, Kevin Owens wins it off of like Jey Uso or somebody like that.
He had every belt except for the belt that Uso and Gunther is fighting for.
Who?
Because he's been the world title before, hasn't he? He's been the world champion.
Yeah, he's been undisputed champion. Yeah, Kevin Owens.
So the belt that Gunther and Usos are fighting for, that's the only belt that Kevin Owens hasn't had.
Right. He's been a U.S. champ, Intercontinental champ, tag team champ. Yeah, he's had all of them.
So that okay
keeps that going. If Jay gets the win or Gunther retains and runs with it a little bit more, it could probably line up that way.
Because you got CM Punk already made it clear I don't want that belt.
Yeah, CM Punk ain't really chasing.
He don't want that belt. They've moved.
He wants the belt Cody has.
Oh, yeah, right. They've moved Damian Priest. Drew is over there. Sheamus is over there. Braun has an Intercontinental belt. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens is a tweener right now. So you just never know. I think it's
almost like you're saying that the target is the belt that Cody has. That's the belt that kind of
that's the big
that's the who's who. Everybody who's at the pinnacle battling for that belt.
Yeah,
The rest.
Yeah.
So like the other title belt is like the starter champion, the starter world championship belt. That's like the intro belt.
I would just say it's WCW belt. Just say it's WCW belt and WWF, and they always make the WWF belt or WWE belt more important than WCW belt. That's basically
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They call that they market it as the workman's title. Like anybody who's held that world title was really they worked every show. You had like the Flairs and the Stings and those guys.
So that's the everyday champion.
Yeah. And then
the people's champion,
Hollywood champion. The other one is the Hollywood championship. Niggas part timers and
coming the out Hogan edition.
Yeah, coming out with suits on for the for the most part and all that type of shit. Yeah. But it was a really good. I just wish they both would have left on stretchers under a round of applause because the match was so fucking good. When he caught that nigga with that blue thunder bomb onto the chair with the barbed wire, I was like, all right, stop this damn match. This is insane. This was insane. And he caught a nigga with a brain buster from the top rope through a table.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was a lot of, and you gotta think they just had Cody and KO had that touch that won't that long ago, so
yeah. That was what the last before this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
he need a fucking raise. God damn.
Yeah, that's why I said it might be.
I got you, Kevin. You making a run.
Somebody said like, how much longer can he actually keep up these type of matches? Like, can you continue? Like, you just had this type of match, a ladder match, like 28 days ago. You back at it. Like, bro, eventually your body gonna be like, all right, my body. You gonna be on some Mick Foley type shit. Tired return at 35 out this motherfucker.
Because that's
what I'm saying.
You can expect that type of match will be with him and Orton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so,
it's gonna be unsanctioned. Orton tried to bring the punt back on him when he had him down.
He brought the punt out,
and it was ready. They had to stop it and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So they teasing that. So
yeah.
So does Orton really want the title, or he just kind of cool being where he's at?
Orton a part-time, he cool being where he's at. Orton right now, he's like, I want him to help. He likes storylines. He still love to fight, but he don't mind putting the new guys over to kind of help build those careers. And he don't want the title no more. Like he ain't even trying to part-time. He don't even want.
You can tell he's not gonna win if he's in a match, and it's like there'll usually be a 3-way or a 4-way, and he'll be in it to kind of put some highlights, but he's not gonna win the belt.
Yeah,
he get asses in seats, but you can kind of tell he's not really, going hard. And then after that match, he's gone for like a month or two, and then I can make the grand entrance and nigga real quick, and then see you at the next pay-per-view.
Right.
Somebody like him, he earned his stripes. Way long. You know what I mean? So for him, I know it's just I can contribute in another way without a title. And as long as I'm
it's for the love of the game type joint.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll do enough. People already have Randy where they rank way, so
Yeah. Randy gonna be he's in that top. He's gonna be in that top 20, maybe top 10 for some people, depending what area you grew up in.
He's always in the conversation, even though he may not be number one.
Yeah,
but he's in the he's in the room.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to that one because I don't think I said something kind of I don't know how to take it, but anyway, that's a different story. Then we had the men's final match, which was really, really good. I will say this. A part of me felt that it was going to happen. Now, we have to stop right there. So, last pod, we talked about what could happen and what, when The Rock came into the interview and what was going to be the case. And Deontay called us and had the and I quote moment, went through the laptop and basically told us that it's probably going to be John Cena or CM Punk that's going to turn heel. And he hit it on the head. It was actually CM Punk. John Cena, that turned heel right on schedule. Like he called us and told us that, and it was right on schedule. He actually did that.
Yeah, we got so it's no fabrication. It's it's documented.
Yeah.
It's documented. He called that early.
I gotta say too, like outside of him, I didn't see a lot of people saying it, and now I see people acting like they predicted it, and I'm like, I'm giving the homie that credit. I'm not giving nobody else the credit because I ain't had else
Absolutely.
with that.
He called that bit 3-4 days ago.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They kind of gave a. I wouldn't even looked at this, but the Elimination Chamber poster kind of.
Yep, they did.
It gave it away low key, and you wouldn't even thought about it because it's just a poster. You know what I mean? So you
Right.
don't you don't treat it like it's a Marvel or DC thing. Like, oh
Yeah.
So you just see the participants.
you know what I'm saying?
You just seen this nigga. And you was like, all right, we John Cena, whatever. You gonna get the. You paid it. No, you didn't even care about the cover for real. Like, you know.
Right.
So it was one of them type of things. I think
it was a good match though.
It was. I think if this was the Vince era, they don't pull that. They don't pull that card. I think Vince is too scared to pull that card.
CM Punk pulling the match if it was Vince.
Yeah.
No. You said, well, CM Punk would even if it was Vince, CM Punk would still be in AEW.
Then Seth Rollins would have won.
Oh no, Roman would have won. It'd have been Roman.
Punk would have been. I don't know. Punk would have been playing hockey or something. I don't even know. If
probably MMA fight. He probably tried to fight.
Nah, hell no. He done with the MMA shit. No, sir. He found out the hard way.
Try to fight Tank Davis or something. He
shit. Well, Tank had a rough week in his goddamn self.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Vince was still there, yeah, it would have been Roman in there some kind of way.
Roman would have came out and won the match, went to WrestleMania. They had Cody versus Roman 3. You're like, God damn it.
Roman would have took out Damian Priest, and then he would have filled in and ended up winning the joint.
No, they would have had a 7-man Elimination Chamber match, the first one ever.
Yeah, that's it.
Be the referee. That's how he would have spiced it up.
And on top of that, Roman comes out last. Like Roman, he's the last person to come out. Everyone's already eliminated, and the last person's injured.
Hey, we did that. I seen a clip. I don't know if this shit true or not. But I seen a clip of Brock coming out there confronting Gunther. Was that some real shit?
Nah.
I was looking at this. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Fucking, I just seen on ESPN he got added to the man list. What the hell y'all talking about? They had the full intro to Pyro and Gunther stand. I'm like,
listen,
hold up, nigga.
Look, don't get it twisted. Gunther might fuck around, win, and then next you know you hear that music. Oh hell. Ah, hell.
Unfortunately for him, you know.
Hey.
I played a Not Like Us beat. I won't even say anything else.
Oh boy. Yeah. You still gotta get out that trouble, boy.
Yeah, you gotta
fucking them hoes, Brock.
Brock, shit, Vince had niggas doing a little bit more than fucking.
Say Brock. Yeah, I would just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Let me shit on you, baby. Literally, I just ate some tacos, Taco Bell. Shit on your chest, and you know what? I'm done. All right. No, it was.
You talking about me in the yellow? You might have to go to the penalty box for that shit. God damn.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lie. I had a follow up, and then luckily Sean stopped me. I had a follow up to that shit. I figured that, but
yellow on the screen. I was like, oh, yellow card. Let me go ahead.
The views get up on this, they're gonna delete this one. If you get too many views, delete this one. This doesn't make our cut.
Thanks, Lynn, for saving the pod because they might have deleted this whole episode.
You just see a email from it just says Titan. You're like, why? That tower is closed. Why is the email from Titan? What is going on?
This is sick. This is real sick.
But shit, we don't even have enough viewers yet for y'all fucking ban our goddamn channel. Let us get to 1,000 before you niggas catch some type of feelings. We ain't even monetized yet. What y'all talking about?
Now I will say this. I think because I do love the ending. The ending with CM Punk and John Cena. I love how that nigga was trying to get out that at the ring, and Seth stumped that nigga head into the ground. And then as he's fading out, because John Cena put him in the STF, and he was just screaming in the ring, "Die, die, die already, die!" I was like, "Damn."
See, my thing is, all right, you just seen this nigga get cut up into the fucking platform, so he's out. You put your submission move on a dude who's already out, like nigga, you could have just did the goddamn 5 knuckle shuffle. He wouldn't get up from that.
But you know,
He's done. Like, bro, come on, you add the insult to injury. Like, just come on, man.
On top of that,
roll him over and pin him.
I listened to Wrestle Talk, and they were sending us a callback because it was, I think, back in 2014. I think CM Punk had a chance to do something to John Cena when he had got like he was getting beat up or something like that outside the ring, and he didn't do it. Like he kind of hesitated. John Cena didn't hesitate at all. Like soon as he
hell no,
like, oh nah, I'm this nigga going to sleep now. So I thought that was dope. I didn't like the fact that Drew got him in first because Drew's my guy, you know. But they set it up. I mean, it's gonna be him and Damian. So at WrestleMania, I hope that match comes on first on the first night because usually if you go on first, you get the most time, first and last.
It probably will be.
You know. I don't like that for Drew though. I don't think. I mean, for me, the match doesn't have enough in it. But it's better for Damian than it ain't for Drew. I mean, I'm pretty sure Drew's gonna win. He's gonna take that L.
Yeah, it's kind of a detour that I didn't expect them to take for Drew.
Yeah,
but
it sounds like they just keep McIntyre busy. Like, bro, just do some busy work until we can figure out what the fuck we gonna do with you.
Yeah.
His feuds always work, though. That's the beautiful thing. Like Drew, man, him and KO last year, bro. Like the work they put in last year was in fucking insane. I don't think nobody had a better career. I mean, a better year than them two. Me personally in WWE. I especially Drew. Drew had, I mean, between the Elimination Chamber match he won last year, then he beat Seth. Then he lost to Damian Priest within 5 minutes. Then he fought that, trying to get that back. Then
I knew he had that goddamn belt for like a goddamn breath, and then they took it off him. It was like, bro, goddamn.
Yeah, because CM Punk distracted him, and Damian Priest cashed in on him. So you had that. You had what else? Then he feuded with CM Punk for about 4 months. That was good. That feud was insane. That
feud was good.
You know,
even though they had to slow cook it, they had to slow cook it.
Right.
But they're not gonna let this nigga have no run with the belt.
Who?
Drew McIntyre. He actually had like a little run with that motherfucker. Because all I remember is this 5 seconds of fame, and then the Money in the Bank got cashed in on him.
I think the thing is, it's always right now his storyline is he always getting his own way. He's always getting his own way. Like anytime he's lost the belt is because his obsession with somebody, something, or someone else.
Character. Yeah.
And his character is he can't get on his own. That's why he keep losing in important moments. He cannot get on his own way. He always gets cocky or distracted, and he always loses because of that. So that's where the character is right now, which I think is a dope character. And you know, for people like Drew and KO, they don't really I want them to have a belt, but they're so fucking good. They don't need a belt. They need a storyline. You know, the right storyline is up.
You just need to put them in the right wrestler, really.
Yeah.
And let them build. You know. Yeah, I think a lot of guys is like that, where they don't always need the belt. They're good with or without. And you know, Drew, like you said, last year Drew put him and Punk, they lit it up.
Yeah, that 4 month run was incredible.
You know, pulling in all the stuff with AJ and the bracelets and all that, just doing all that, really creating this moment with the matches, while still trying to keep people engaged when they, you know, with Punk getting healthy as he could be, and you know, still it's still living up to all the slow burn that payoff.
But see, like, you know, my thing with people like him is the belt is kind of like an appreciation for the work that you put in. You know what I'm
I can
saying?
see that.
Yeah,
You're not gonna go on these runs where you having like tremendous storylines, and then at the end of the day, that shit goes by the wayside because
I'll
like
say.
you,
I think
Go ahead. Go ahead.
now with the way that where they are now with this is a non-Vince, you know,
Yeah,
and I think now when you do get the belt for somebody like him, it will have the significance, and you would hope he'll get a run with it. Where
yeah,
in that time, I don't even think he was getting the. Even though they liked him, he was one of the guys they wanted to give that push. I feel like they just was not, they just couldn't figure it out for him, um, and he was still performing, you know.
yeah,
And I think now he's getting his like he's standing out all the way like he should be because
yeah.
that's what he's been doing. And
yeah. Like
you know,
I just
give him
think
the belt.
he earned the right to get a 6 to 8 month run, and then
You will, I think.
okay,
They just
I
had
mean,
so
it's
many different
like
storylines.
I
Like you
said,
got to think
like I said,
Roman.
it's a detour from what they probably will set up after. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like because if they who they may have in mind for to go put put a program with Drew, they may be into something right now. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, how can we get that to cross paths? It's that's really what it all that's why I said everything leading on this road right now going everything will come to a head WrestleMania. Then when you get Monday Night Raw, that after Raw, I mean that Raw after WrestleMania, I said it the wrong way. When you get that, it's like, all right, it's like a reset. It's like, all right, where we
yeah,
going now? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna play
right.
out the rest of these months? What's the what's the new angles? What's the new storylines? What's the new feuds that could be winning? You know, and I definitely think he'll be in the mix, especially if because we don't know what's gonna happen with the Damian Priest thing. We just don't know, like,
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
everybody's kind of like about it, and something could happen where it's gonna take that to a whole nother place, and for both of them. So I'm interested to see what they do with him though, because
yeah,
like you said, he didn't put it in work. He definitely can get a run.
yeah.
I wouldn't
You
be mad at
have
it.
you have you got to think that undisputed title, right? You don't want to push McIntyre down. He doesn't go to the mid card, right? You have one title that's literally been just overran overran by the bloodline and Cody for the last 4 years, 5 years. The bloodline and Cody, right? That storyline's been centered around that belt. And then you have the other belt, which they have tried to put some prestige behind, right? It took it away, and I think after they kind of buried that motherfucker a little bit, they had to put some prestige behind it. So they gave it to Seth, they made him that champ, put that workhorse person on him, and then they kind of did it that way. So, I think, and most people who've had that title have had it for about 6 months. That's been what it's been, about 6 months, 7 months, something like that. That's what's going. I think Gunther right now is on about 6 months with that belt. He may keep it a little longer. We'll see. But you never know. Again,
But I
with
think that's the
Drew,
belt that you can give Drew.
he will. I think when he gets it again, it will be that way.
Because
He will get
even
it
going back
again.
to like we talking about with Randy, you know, a person like KO, he may be in that space too, where like Randy is, where it's like I don't need it. You know what I mean? You throw me a
Yeah.
tool, but you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying without it. I don't even. I'm I'm relevant without it. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Right.
like you
I'm just
said,
looking at like yeah, McIntyre's catalog, and he hasn't had to scrap very many times at all. Even tag
Really?
team, none of the, he's had him. He hasn't had to strap that often.
Well, he had it.
Where
Hold on. He had it. He had it after WrestleMania when he beat Brock. He had it for. He had it till SummerSlam, I believe it was. Deontay, when he come back, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was SummerSlam when he lost to Bobby Lashley. That was about a 5 or 6 month reign. He had it, so that was his longest one after he won it from Brock Lesnar.
I was I would say this: if who would you want? What belt would you want to see him get? the main one or the workman one?
I would
I
want to
think
see
the
him,
workman one because he's an everyday guy. I said he's a person that you want to see on a regular basis.
but for me, I said undisputed because he's had that one number one, the everyday belt. But at the same time, he's also very, very good. Like when it comes to like on the mic and stuff like that, I think better than him. You got CM Punk. Right now, you got you got CM Punk,
But Seth,
Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens. I
I
think
would
him and
say
Seth could be
Seth,
tied.
KO.
I think Seth and him are tied. I think KO's better
it's
than him.
funny because
See
you
ya.
look at two to three people you name beat for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like yeah,
again,
the thing about
that
this
shows a
era, a
lot.
lot of people mic skills is up to par. Everybody ain't
Yeah.
Ricochet. Sorry, Ricochet, but
Hey, Ricochet was there for the flip and shit. We ain't even there to
um,
talk. Give him
none
a
of these
manager
would
there. He would have
that's
been all
kind
right.
of been a
Getting
thing for him. You know
RKO'd
what I
off the
mean?
top
He's
of
been
something.
having that problem
Yeah,
over in AEW, so
You know.
I just had to throw a
But you
little
know,
shot at him. But
yeah, like it
he been
was
doing his thing though as far as the performances. I ain't gonna cut him
yeah.
too hard.
yeah. In ring, he's straight. It's just that microphone.
Yeah,
Give his ass. Get,
you gotta figure that thing out.
that's a tough opponent for him. That talk.
Yeah. Throw the flag.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
microphone
Throw the
is
flag.
stressing him out.
Throw the flag. No more.
But
But no,
yeah,
again
Seth.
that was they'll find a way to do it. I think again that I don't know too many people from well-rounded like Drew is right now. Drew is in his bag. Again, CM Punk, KO. I think him and Seth are probably about the same. That's about it. I don't
I
think
mean, I
Cody's better
think
than
Roman
him.
is good too. I think Roman is real good.
Yeah, I think Roman's good. I think Roman's good. His arrogance is great.
Like I said,
Nigga said,
Roman,
what do you say? He said in a interview, that nigga was like, say, how do you feel about the wrestlers? Or something like that. He asked him, what do you feel about the other wrestlers? Something like that. He was like, I woke up. You lost. Something like that. I woke up, your time is over. When I was asleep, you had a chance to win. I'm up now. Like, damn. That's some
they
arrogant shit.
they almost fumbled this.
Yeah,
Like
almost.
they almost fumbled
Suffering,
this. Like they
suffering
almost missed on
succotash.
this.
Suffering
Ugh.
succotash type shit.
Ugh. But
Bad day.
yeah, like I said, I got Reigns in there. Um, yeah, it's
I can't think of anybody else out like better than him. John Cena's past is whatever.
I think Cody up there too. I
Yeah,
fuck
Cody's
with
up there.
Cody.
Cody's up there, absolutely. But I
Um,
think Drew's a little bit better than Cody. Just a little bit. It ain't nothing crazy, but I think he's a little better. And
you think
could,
he's
it
a
could be my
little better than
bias.
everyone. That's what you're
I'm
saying.
biased. Drew's my guy.
Yeah, that's what we can tell. We can tell.
Yeah, Drew and
Hey, Dominic, I'm gonna have to shoot your man real quick. They did just put him in the women's division because I mean
yeah, that's crazy.
everything.
It's true though.
Everything's like
If he ain't
based
about
in
bagging up
there.
a
It's just like
biddy,
put him in a division. Like he's not. Because
if he ain't
everything
about
he's
bagging up a little
involved in is
biddy or
in
something,
the
this nigga
women.
dog, little ass Val Venus ass nigga, but no.
Put Dominic in a women's division, man.
Yeah. But no, I think it was great pulling the trigger on John Cena. He still looks goofy as what he has on the mean face. He looks like a
Yeah, because I'm
goofball.
like, if y'all watch Peacemaker, give it a spin because it's pretty solid.
No, it is.
Pretty
It's a solid flick.
Yeah, it was like I was getting that vibe, but without the mask, and I was like, man, I can't picture him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
giving me
squinted.
yeah, like
He's evil now.
he's trying so hard too. It's like he's really
not
trying
working,
to
sir.
be a heel.
Not working. Will Smith, it ain't working.
But I'm
You know what I mean by that.
I think
God.
I think they picked the right time to pull the trigger, even though it's long overdue. Because
Yeah.
it was outside of Deontay, everyone else, it caught everyone, especially his fans, and it's a moment, right? You got people talking about, is it up there with the Hogan, and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Michael Cole was hurt, dog.
I would say how it ends out. We'll get to that discussion. How you know what I mean? How they wrap it up. We'll get into that. How it compares, but yeah, Cole was distraught. I'm gonna tell you, This
Too funny.
moment, man. It needed JR. It needed JR, man.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. You
Why?
needed some
God damn it,
hellfire and
why?
brimstone.
You needed
Yeah.
that.
And
That
Yeah.
was the only thing I was like, it's almost there.
Cole was
You
hurt. He could even talk because they were
Yeah.
talking about that. I heard it on Russell Talk today. They were saying that nobody in the company really knew they were going to pull that trigger.
I could tell.
They were like, no one knew. Even with The Rock
tell.
actually being at WrestleMania, whatever, they're still playing close to the chest. They said they wrote like 4 scripts, and they were like, okay, we'll keep, like, no one knew. It was like, I think only people that knew about this was like Triple H, John Cena, The Rock, and The Rock's writer, The Rock's main writer. That was it. Everybody, there was no, it's like, even with the plans coming up, WrestleMania is going to change. They got some stuff coming up, and they're not telling nobody nothing because they don't want it to leak out. So
they're keeping it fluid. So
right, and people, he pulling events last minute type. Well, to them is last minute type shit, but he letting niggas know like right before certain pay-per-views or whatever situations is what we doing. So, I thought it was great they pulled that trigger. Again, that this does goes up there with the top ones. You got with Hogan, Austin, John Cena. I don't know. Is there another one?
It's
Or
some
like,
other
oh my
ones,
God.
but I'm
those are the main ones. Those are the main
we'll
ones.
get into that ranking later because we could do that.
Yeah, exactly. So
like
all
our
in all,
favorites
man,
or-
it was a great pay-per-view. And then after the match,
I want to see how his merch look because I'm not gonna serious if he wearing the blue joint and he like.
oh no, he won't. He'll have on
being
black
evil.
or something. He has on, if he has on
Yeah.
red Echo shorts, I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, all right, really,
Nah,
really
he should be in a suit.
the red Echo
I
shorts
can
for,
see
for,
that.
for wrestling
I can see him
now.
getting in a suit. You know it'd be nasty. See, this is why they can't let me in creative.
Ah shit.
If you know the shirts The Rock be wearing, what if he have like his own version of those type of shirts? The silky.
I was gonna turn my
stockings.
camera on. I gotta turn my camera on. Jesus Christ.
Put him in a Hawaii. Put him in a Hawaiian silky.
Nah.
Yo, if he-
So with some linen pants and some motherfucking
get him
open toed sandals.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bring him in. What's the
Take him
name of
to
that character
limbs.
again, Sean? What's the name of that
Take
character
Cena the
again?
limbs. That is a very, very cold,
Yo.
like
Yeah.
muscle coated.
Hey, yo,
Damn.
dog. Hey, yo, dog.
Limb?
Yeah, limbs. That is
Oh,
a
he
very
coming out that
liquid-
bitch. No, sir, he coming out that joint all Averex.
I have my hand raised. I have a question. I have a question for you, Sean.
Yeah.
He might have them red echoes.
I
He go
told you,
limb.
that's why they won't let me in the room. Because what I just did just now.
I need the Addy to where this place is still open at. Where? It's not even open at South Park Mall. I need the Addy. Yo, hey, drop the Addy in the chat, dog. This is crazy.
I look. This was all. I didn't write none of this down. It's just coming out of. It's just coming to me as we're going. So
Yo, limbs is crazy. Oh man,
I just had to.
limbs.
You know.
Oh, God.
This is what happens.
If you want a
But-
Coogee polo, go to limbs
Yo,
right now. If you
Telling
find
you.
they still got Coogee in there right now.
nah,
The polo
come out with the 07 Coogee, like when
That's what I'm
Gucci
saying.
was hot.
but like the
Cute.
blue jeans with the colorful pocket. Oh God,
Man,
He said not the rainbow Coogee sweaters.
no, we talking about polos,
nah,
nigga. These
the
is regular
07,
3-button polo.
06, 08 Coogee, like when
Yeah.
Gucci
Oh.
was hot. That Coogee
Yeah.
wave.
The summer collection.
Know what I'm saying? He pop out
Jesus
with that.
Christ.
That's how you know they've for some reason called me, which shouldn't
Yo,
happen, but they
The
they
Coogee
gave me
polo with the sleeves cut off is fucking
they were
nuts.
like, yo. They'll be like, why is this so like 2007 coded? Like, who's in the room with this? Like,
What?
too specific to a time period what he's wearing.
I hope
Because I'm like, y'all want to bring back the Thugonomics vibe, right? I'm giving you that vibe. I'm giving you that vibe.
The spinning chain. Oh God.
But nah,
Word life. Cut it off.
you know, you know, yeah, the reaction to it was crazy.
I wonder if
it-
music's
it-
gonna change.
It blew up the timeline for sure.
I think his music should definitely change too. I hope it does change.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
We'll know tonight if he pop out tonight.
He probably no. They say he's gone. He had to go film. Some more
he got it. Okay.
He's gone for 2 weeks. He don't come back till the 17th. I believe they said.
Oh well, that's good. I like the way they're doing that. Then.
Yeah,
because even after the press, you know they do the little press. He ain't even say. He just dropped the mic and walked off.
Yeah, that was dope. I walked out.
I said, "Look, man, I'm gonna see how you work with this." Because that's my biggest knock on him. For listeners who don't know, I don't have him in a very high ranking because I think his character was stale for a while, and he made it work for what it was, but it was just stale to me for years. Because they didn't take it nowhere. Only time he really stood out, like I paid attention to what he was doing, like I actually was like, okay, was when he had the U.S. title. I thought that was a cool little detour for him. And I'm gonna tell you, I was just like, oh, he's back in the title hunt. Don't care. Don't care. I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you a funny thing about him, dog. When he came out, as soon as they opened him up for the cage, bro, that nigga went right into the 5 moves of doom. I about died, bro. I said, okay, like, bro, did you see? As soon as he got in the ring, shoulder block. Hey, dog, you got. I listen.
You super skinny. You just like,
dog. That nigga went right into 2 shoulder blocks, bro. With the "you can't see me" hand, dog, you gotta knock it off. You went right to the
and people. I don't know if people, but I'm gonna just say, me having that opposite opinion of him, that's the stuff why I don't. Yeah, I'm not into it, man. I'm just not. You know.
It wasn't.
I grew up with The Rock. I already seen that be done better. So it's like you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bad day. Bad fucking day. So no, I get it. I get it, man.
And it's not nostalgia because you know the people go, you gotta let nostalgia go. I mean, arguably he's nostalgia too because he was in the 2000s. So
yeah, you gotta shut the hell up. How about that, sir?
But
talking that dumb shit.
Also, something followed this shocking moment, and it was it took place in the boxing ring.
Boy, we had a draw. I didn't see the fight.
On a draw, I'm gonna tell you that.
It was a rough night.
It was a rough night.
It's amazing. That nigga leave Mayweather, start talking shit about Mayweather. Next thing you know, you lose.
Well, I won't even get into that. I would say, Roach was the type of opponent that I think he indirectly walked into. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, all right, I'm gonna get a homie a oop, and it's like, not a homie.
My Donna versus what's his name at the time? That first.
What's that guy?
The Timu Mayweather. The Timu Mayweather.
Yeah.
Mayweather is.
The Timu Mayweather.
We gotta let that one cook. You can't just run past that. We gotta let that cook.
Yeah, we gotta let the stove let it simmer a little bit. Let the bubbles.
Boil a little bit.
Yeah.
Let the eye heat up a little bit more. Let it cook.
It gotta get to a rapid boil before we move on from that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Read on the back of the package and say that on the directions. Raging boil.
Yeah, don't put that pasta in yet. Water ain't hot enough. Don't put the pasta in yet.
Don't put it in the pot. Okay.
You gotta season the water and everything first.
Yeah, get the salt first. Get the seasoned salt.
Yeah. Put a little oil. You don't want your noodles to stick. Put some oil in that thing.
You want to do the oil? Go ahead. We are not about to put this man yet at all.
Yeah. That motherfucking humble don't taste that good, huh? The niggas find out. That humble pie, that shit ain't good, but that shit nasty than a motherfucker. Nigga had to walk out the ring quiet in the bitch.
I think too. When you say you didn't see it, but I say this, the way it kind of went. You know how Tank is. Tank is a very the first couple rounds he like to kind of figure out where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically downloading what you're trying to do, and I think the counter to that was Roach was doing that too. And because early on it was like people was kind of like, ugh. But you know, if you
counter the counter,
you know, this is early. Let it cook. So, and once it started to get there, it was like, oh, And he was. I know one thing that stood out to me was Roach wasn't. He wasn't. He like. He wasn't too hesitant when it came to that left. He wasn't worried about it. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know what I mean? Like you can tell in with other people, once you connect with it, you kind of get a little like, you know,
Yeah, they
for
all
good
back
reason,
up
you
like,
know.
hold up now. I know you hit that
Yeah,
hard. Let me.
was like he was like, all right, I knew that was coming. It felt that way, and I was like, wait a second, okay. And
Yeah.
um, you know, everybody's talking about the whole knee down thing too. So the ref blew that. I'm not gonna lie, but um, I I didn't see a draw. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't see a
I'll
draw.
say this to the knee thing. The only excuse I'll give him is he fought better after the knee, but he was
Yeah,
getting ass whooped.
he got his
A lot
bearings
of that
together.
fight, he was catching some. But what I will say this about Tank, this is the kind of fight that
And the
you
fight was
can
close.
prove.
I would say that the fight was
Yeah,
really close. So, but I don't think it
you
was a
can.
draw.
This is the kind of fight where if Tank is as great as he say he is, or people think he is, this is the kind of fight when because you're going to rematch this shit because he kind of exposed you. This is where you earn them stripes of being considered great. See, Mayweather had these fights, but he didn't lose. He still won, but he gave his performance the next time let him know, okay, he is better than this motherfucker. This
Yeah.
kid was tagging your ass. And I knew it was shaky because you didn't hear Tank do a lot of chest beating, shit talking, cockiness. So he respected this kid. And another
Tank
thing
told
this kid Roach did
yeah.
that the other ones do, he didn't do a lot of the shit talking, chest beating. I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you. He didn't do a lot of that
I
shit.
would
He
say
just
this.
he was like, I'll beat you. And that's something I think people didn't understand. This kid didn't fear him. Where a lot of these other ones was doing all that chest beating, and then he got in the ring and shit got done.
I don't
So,
think what's called
I
feared him. I just
think
think he got caught with that rib, that liver blow, and he folded.
oh, Ryan.
Yeah.
See, the thing with Ryan Garcia, that boy don't have a fucking chin.
well Ryan's
People
strategy was
found that
bad.
out the fight before. He almost got knocked out in the first round.
But it
Luckily,
wasn't
he
even
got
that.
up
He got caught in
and
the
he ended up
liver or
knocking the
something
dude
like
out.
that. He got caught in the liver or something.
Bruh,
What he's saying.
he was when Tank hit him, you saw results every single time he hit him.
I think
It wasn't, most people don't get up from them body shots, but when Tank would hit him in the face, you saw him like, oh shit, this nigga do hit a little harder than I thought.
Okay.
I
That
I,
ain't happened last night.
I didn't like the way that Garcia game plan for that fight. I think he was trying to really because I believe during the whole, you know, when they doing a little back and forth, he was saying he was gonna knock him out in the second round or third round, something like that. He kept saying he was gonna knock him out early. He kept stressing that, and that's the way he fought. It was like he was trying to get the and
Yeah,
Tank was just ready for all that, and it didn't work. And once Tank was able to avoid all of that, it was like I got this. And you know when he hit him with that shot, but I think with Roach and you know they got a familiarity with each other. They grew up, they in the same in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
They've
you
touched
know
gloves before, just not in front of everybody.
that's why I said you kind of indirectly ran into the worst opponent because he knows you very well. And I'm pretty
Yep.
sure Tank know him too, but it's like, you know, um, I was telling my cousin and my nephew, I was like, yo, the thing that is going to be um, tough for Tank, this was before the fight, I said, if he wins, it's going to be looked at like, well, his resume has already been scrutinized as it is lately because he's
Mm-hmm.
been, you know, people want to see him against Shakur. They wanted to see Loma years ago, whatever. Um, and now you fighting where a lot of people wasn't familiar with Roach if you're not really on boxing like that. So you're looking at like, who is this dude? Like you just picking you cherry picking. And I was like, if he beats him, then it's gonna kind of just look like, oh yeah, you just beat a guy that ain't really up there yet.
Yeah.
And I said, if he gets beat, his record still it's gonna be like, well, dang,
Yeah.
who
You
did
ain't
you
as good as
really
we
beat
thought you
now?
were.
Yeah, you
Saying,
lost for nobody. You what
But see,
buddy
hold
you
on.
got?
See, I get tired of people keep throwing Shakur Steven's name out there. This last 3 fights of that motherfucker's been goddamn snooze fest, and he should have lost 2 of them 3. Let's cut the shit. Like that kid, he ain't been dominating like he was when he was at a lower weight class.
I don't
I
think
mean, it's the same thing with Pacquiao and Mayweather.
I
Pacquiao
don't
went
think
down in
Shakur is. I don't think he's right there yet for Tank. I think it's a little bit more. You know what I mean? I think he need
The
a little
thing with
bit more.
Shakur Stevens, he needed a name on his resume, and I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
what I'm
it's like a
saying. Like he needs
Ryan
a little bit
Garcia or
more. Like
Devin Haney. Nah, you know who will get my respect? Come on down to Norfolk and fight Keyshawn Davis. That's who motherfucking Shakur Stevens should fight.
that's who I
Because the
think
winner
was.
of the fight should definitely get Tank if he beats kid in a rematch.
Well, he was on. I don't. Well, y'all see it, but he was on a little $1 million game, whatever, the Gillian Wallow joint, and they was on there talking big, like, oh no, Tank will do this and that, all that to you, and I was like, all right, man, look, I
sleeping
like
on
Tank.
these kids.
I'm nothing against Tank. I had Tank winning this by decision, so it's not like I'm,
Mhm.
because you know how it go when you're not a stan of everything. You're hating. It's like, nah, I've watched every fight, bro. Clearly, I rock with the dude, but I was like, I don't know, because Keyshawn is it's kind of small sample size, but still, it's a lot there where you're like, yeah, I don't know if I can just dismiss him that way. And I felt that way about Roach. And I was like, no, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna just, like he just gonna smoke these dudes, and but that would be interesting if he get his shot. You know what I'm saying?
Chief, the thing with boxing, unlike most sports, familiarity changes the complexity of being dominant over certain teams.
Yeah,
That's why in most sports you don't see, like in basketball. Usually when a team dominates a team in regular season, it don't be like that when they see them again in the playoffs.
it's like
Like
the
in
division
football,
rival
you
stuff.
not
You know what I mean?
yeah, you don't beat a team in your division 3 times in the season. Like that shit is rare, 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 rare.
Well, I
If you
hope
win the
more in
first 2,
college
that team
football.
beats your ass the third one.
Even when you go to
Boston gonna
college
fuck around and
football.
make that. Boston gonna fuck around and make that an issue. Cleveland beat them niggas 3 times this year, haven't they?
And then watch, they get in the playoffs and then they shut Cleveland down. See, that's how familiarity does. It's not that you're the better team, but you know what that team's gonna do, so you're
Yeah,
already prepared for it. And I think
well,
the one thing that Roach did, which I think some of these other guys may not have done, I don't think they studied enough. See, Riley Romero, a lot of people get his strategy by pressing Tank, going for it, throwing haymakers. So that's what Ryan Garcia did.
yeah,
And Tank used the same strategy against them. The Frank Martin dude did the same shit. He pressed and pressed. But he don't hit hard. He hit hard. And next you know, your ass is picking yourself up off the ground. That ain't what Roach did last night. Roach did what a smart boxer does. I'm a counter punch the counter, meaning I'm gonna let you throw first because see, everyone knows Tank is a counter puncher. So if I make you punch first, I get to counter punch you before you can counter punch me. And Tank ain't used to that. Tank's reacting to you getting out of position. So then I can hit your ass a shot you don't see. That's what he got done to him. Which means if Tank is like I said, if Tank is as great a fighter as he think he is, and people say he is, he's gonna go back and he's gonna do his homework. So if they rematch, he has to be the one with a totally different strategy and a totally different approach to fighting him in a way that this kid has never seen him fight before.
the thing with Tank
Because
too.
I'll give you an example because I feel like I'm hawking. Deontay Wilder, when he fought Tyson Fury the first time, he probably should have beat him. The fact that he didn't finish the job is why Tyson Fury dominated him the next 2 fights, because now I know you got, I've tasted power. I know you can't handle certain shit. And he basically smothered Deontay Wilder, and that was it. But the
I
first
think
fight, that first time they fought, Wilder probably should have won that fight, and the fact that he didn't was why he lost the last two.
Hold on, what do you mean he should have won?
When he knocked Tyson Fury down the first time, he didn't finish Fury. Fury was hurt as fuck that first fight. That first time he knocked him down.
I thought you meant like you felt he really did win that fight, but he didn't win the fight. That fight
No.
was
That's why I said he should have, because he didn't execute, because what happened was he actually exposed himself as being a one-trick pony. That's what Fury found out. Like, oh, this nigga can only throw bombs. So all I got to do is just does the bomb or smother the power, and he can't fight. And look at every fight after Fury's first one. Fury next two smothered the power. The Asian guy smothered the fucking power. The Parker dude smothered his power. He can't fight if he can't hit you with a haymaker. He can't really box.
Wilder.
That's what happened to Wilder.
Wilder never. I don't think he never really took that fight and said, "Okay, they're going to be expecting this. I need to add something else to what I do because it's gonna."
That's his corner. That's his team's fault because they didn't adjust.
I don't have all of those different tools in the kit that Fury can lean on. That's the thing. Fury is a different type of. Just when you're talking about his platform, he's a technician. He's a technician, but he's off. It's not a normal way that he even just squares up. It's not like how normal people box. It is like that can throw you off because you expecting him to come at you one way and he can switch from that and give you a whole different. You're like, wait a minute, where was that at? And that was what happened in the second fight. He was leaning, like you said, he was able to lean on him, and that's the thing Fury likes to do. It's like, if I can lean on you, you in trouble. He couldn't do that with Usyk, but
because Usyk is a technical fighter. He moves. He's about angles, which is funny because that's Tyson Fury's fight.
That's the separation right there. We're naming people that are technicians, and Wilder isn't. He just isn't, and he's a power guy. The problem with that, he didn't have anything else to go to if he couldn't get the haymaker off.
No second punch.
My biggest issue with him is he just never addressed his footwork. I think his footwork is so non-existent, and it's like you can't beat Fury with no footwork, bro. Like,
he had some of the worst feet I've ever seen on a guy who won the belt.
He just doesn't have it.
But that's how you know Wilder punches hard as fuck. He don't even be balanced and can knock niggas out.
Yeah,
his feet can be totally the wrong way and put people to sleep, like good and sleep.
It's real crazy how he was able to just have that type of record. But going to
this might sound a little weird, but you know who could have made Wilder probably the most dominant heavyweight ever? Emmanuel Stewart. That's the guy who fixed Lennox Lewis.
Well,
if he would have had his feet and he would have started, he would have been killing motherfuckers. They might have been from boxing.
You got there before, because that was where I was gonna go, but I wasn't gonna mention him. But Lennox was trying to give them gems to be like, yo, this what you need to address. You need to go at these things and bring those to the next fight. Get those things in the tool belt, add those attributes, and it'll benefit you when you matching up with a guy like him. And he kind of dismissed Lennox, and Lennox just kept, he kept throwing that olive branch out there like, yo, I know what the ways he can.
I got answers, nigga.
Next leaps as far as where he is, as far as this type of game plan for Fury.
Lennox basically was telling him, I was you until these things happen.
Right. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting with this Tank and Roach thing. Like I said, you got the kneeling controversy is gonna be that's the unfortunate thing. It's like you draw and you had that whole moment, so everybody's kind of just like, yeah, Tank got a lot to redeem himself from,
Yeah.
because
But I think Boxing and I think Tank needed
it happens.
that.
It happens to the best of them.
Yeah,
It
everybody.
was needed because
just-
them kind of boys should go back to the drawing board.
Yeah,
People just love people love Tank being such a knockout art. It makes boxing so fun again. That him not knocking dude because people was booing it in the fight. And they booed. And it's like nigga,
well, I
y'all
think
mad
they
because he ain't
booed
knocking
because-
nigga out.
I think they
And
booed
see-
because of the draw. I don't think they booed because
Nigga said I
know
had
what I
grease
mean?
in my eye, yo. I just got my hair braided last night. That was crazy.
But here's the thing, though: the one judge who didn't have it at 114 had it for Tank. He had it at 115 to 13. So that fight could have went either way.
They'll fight again probably
Without the
summertime.
kneel
Probably
down, because I would count that
Yeah,
as a
the
knockout.
draw I think was probably the best decision to make it a draw, which forces you to have a rematch. Because if Tank would have won that fight, he wouldn't have fought that kid in,
Yeah.
and that kid
I think they
would have got
blew it.
cheated out of a performance.
I think they blew it because to me it was 7-5. I didn't see 6-6. So I mean, and I'm not counting the knockdown. So like,
So you have Roach winning,
yeah.
which honestly a lot of people had the same score. But my
That's
thing
why I was
is,
like, I think I saw a different fight than what the score saw. Because even during the fight, I'm like, how are they scoring this? Because and I keep saying it was close. It won't like it was, you know what I mean? It was close. But I felt like there are rounds where you can clearly see it's like, yo, because you had two draws and you had one that said Tank. I'm just like, all right, man. I look, man. Tank is one of them dudes, but I can't act like I didn't see what I saw.
and see, fights like this is why people, when they look at boxing, and it automatically goes to the corruption.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's my thing. It's like you're people that already are out on boxing are just pointing at this and like, see, that's why I don't get into
This is my
more.
And then when you look at it, you can kind of tell by that decision that, because I only saw the highlights, and even I came away with, yeah, you might have lost this fight. This decision was so they can have a second fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Straight up.
But,
Even if Roach would have, but see, the thing is, they don't want to diminish Tank because he's the moneymaker right now.
I get it.
That's why it's like, we give you a draw.
In boxing, that's why you have to draw. Yeah, you want to knock him out.
Yeah. You have to make it, or you have to dominate him to the point where there ain't fucking discrepancy, meaning you knock this nigga down. He was hurt. He was surviving. You have to have it so it's that clean to beat the champion, because he's really the only thing boxing has right now.
I wouldn't say that.
Like, honestly, but I'm saying them other guys who we can see on the horizon haven't really separated themselves yet.
I think I'm just saying, like, you got the name, because people gonna tap in for that Canelo and Terrence fight. Like, people tapped in for that.
But see, those are made men already.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But we just saying as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, you still got something to bring. But the problem is still this type of moment. You know what I mean? Because even though, like you said, with the guys that's on the horizon, if they have one of these moments, it's you know what I mean? It puts you right back at this step, and it's like, this is the problem that we not trying to see with the guys that are made men too. It's like,
because see, this moment could hurt Roach in a sense that when you look back, if they have a rematch and he loses, he's gonna be like, I beat this motherfucker already.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I know he feels that like he won this fight. So to have a rematch and he loses, he's not gonna get another chance, even though he probably won the first fight.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's why I said, like, to me, if it was like one said Roach, one said Tank, and then the other said Draw, then it's like, all right.
Yeah, a split
You know what I
draw.
mean? Then it's like, okay, it really was. But to give me draws and one Tank, it's like,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because what that saying to me is those two judges who called it a draw gave Tank 2 rounds before the fight started.
That's crazy. But
Think about it.
That sounded about right.
That's the only way.
Right.
That's the only way he could be a draw.
yeah, he was up
Because that
2-0,
means
and he didn't even
they had already penciled him in for 2 rounds
yeah,
before the
because
started.
it's real though. Hey, no cap. Because when you look at the betting odds, bruh, it was like,
Gotta give Tank.
And that's another. Hold on.
Tank get two.
Right there, that's the next reason why they didn't give that motherfucker the win.
'cause the
So
betting
many
odds
people
are so
lost so much
lopsided,
money. Bruh,
like,
because think about it. No one bet on the draw, so they didn't lose any fucking money in Vegas.
right.
Yep.
If that kid won, Vegas would have been like, yo, we need a loan from the government. Can we get a stimulus check?
Damn, they hit niggas with the banks though. Niggas gonna turn into the banks. That's crazy.
Bruh, they would have had to because the odds were like 2,000 to 1.
It was crazy. Like, I was like, bruh, what? But that tells
Bruh,
you how
niggas
many
could have.
people just didn't know who Roach was, and they
Yeah.
know Tank. You know.
So now, when they have a rematch, that shit gonna be so fucking hot. They gonna sell the shit out of that motherfucker. The marketing plan gonna be crazy.
Bro, they gonna fuck around.
You would have thought Roach was world champion the way they gonna gas this shit up.
Yeah.
Bruh, that shit all about.
What is it? Great White Hype. This could be the fight of the century. Fight of the century. 100 years.
Bruh,
You.
they make no bullshit. They ready to turn this fight into the biggest fight they ever happened since sliced bread.
You are slipping. I'm gonna open a case of whip it. Whip it.
Yo.
And see,
Listen, listener, you're when we get into boxing, Great Right Hype will be a constant reference. Just gonna put that out there now.
Every
So-
single time, yo.
and think about. I just thought of this, Sean. What if when they have a rematch, Tank knocks this nigga out like the second round? Do you know people will be fucking furious? He
bruh.
will boo. He will win and be booed.
Yeah.
Be like, no fucking way. Fucking, we've been hoodwinked.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, the fix is in. This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Y'all got my
it
money
would-
twice
it
for
would
this
be
roach
bad.
ass.
Because-
nigga. I want to see
think
both
about
of them. Went to my goddamn cabinet with the sugar in it. God
See,
damn.
But think
brought
about
it
it.
up.
The
I'll
fact
go
that
here.
they went full decision, no one was really hurt other than when Tank got jabbed in the face. Grease or no grease, he took some steps back. The betting odds are going to be a decision and not a knockout this time. So Vegas won't lose that much money if he knocks him out because people are going to be like, one of the two is going to win by decision because of how the first one went,
Right.
and then it's going to be knockout.
Because like if he knocks him out early, it's gonna be that reaction like when Fury and Wilder fought the second time. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
it got bad. It got bad so fast where it's like, and I feel like everybody was watching that fight and everybody had the same realization. Like, yo, he's not gonna win this. Like,
Yeah.
and
You could tell early that Fury. You could tell early Wilder was not going to win.
Yeah.
but
But
Like-
honestly, dog, I think boxing needs Tank to knock this kid out. What
Yeah.
boxing don't want, they do not want Roach to beat him. Because if he beats him, who you got? Because once Canelo and Crawford fight, don't give a fuck about most of the rest of these niggas. They could be good fighters. People that watch them, they fans. They ain't drawing numbers.
It's
when you
the
get into
same thing
draw
with Wilder. When
conversation-
Wilder, nobody thought Wilder. It was like, what we gonna do if Wilder lose? And Wilder lost.
But see, the thing is,
division and then lost, and they ain't been the same since. They'll figure out something. They'll go another.
no. The difference between Wilder is that first fight, Wilder knocked him down, and he had a chance to win. That second fight drew numbers, so they had to do a tiebreaker. That's why they had a third fight, which didn't do as well.
It's not going to draw numbers.
I think too.
It's not going to draw numbers.
Shit, it did better than the first one because of the fact that people felt that Fury should have won outright because he basically controlled the fight.
I think add to that, you know, you had the whole possibility of AJ fighting one of them too, which at the time AJ very, very, you know, very popular or high or whatever you want to call it at the time too. So it was like you had that three-headed like dragon going on where it's like, yo, you throw any one of these matchups out there, people are in for it because they was really selling it for the division. You know what I mean? So, Tank lose it shocks the world. You need that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It and I think that's what you need that for the sport.
But see, here's the thing though.
Because you like we're
if
talking
Tank
about
loses,
Keyshawn, right?
You don't get an immediate rematch.
We got Keyshawn. You got other guys that's like Horizon. You got to get the guys on the horizon to start drawing somewhere.
Yeah. They'll find somebody that's coming up the ranks that's going to be a knockout. They'll find somebody.
Oh, the Keyshawn Davis is here. He has a chance to be the next guy. He just need a name on his resume, like secure.
That's really all for him. He's almost under the radar, just like Roach is for real. If you're not really watching like that, which I can understand, but because all it take is the big names to pop out, right? Because I keep saying like, for whatever reason you never got the Wilder and AJ fight, but I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Saudi gets the Fury and AJ fight. Like, I wouldn't be surprised because
Fury retired. Like permanently retired.
Saudi has made things bad.
My bad. I forgot. The Sultan can throw a couple dollars at you.
Like I know he's retired, but
when you
when the Saudi money comes up, I just don't. Yeah. I just believe that there's a chance that all of a sudden
when you have bottomless money, you have bottomless ends.
You know what I mean? Because
they'll call it a full. They'll call it a full contact exhibition.
Right. They'll do something like that. That's the only I would say it that way. That's the only way I see Fury ever coming back is doing that. If it's a Saudi situation, but Usyk. Shout out to Usyk. He, man, sheesh. But all it takes is one of those type of. Because I don't think people really want to see Wilder and AJ no more. That's like done. So
yeah, agreed. So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do. I'll definitely be tuning in for it. Let's see what's next with that. Road to WrestleMania is on and popping. We got I think they said Myles Garrett can't come to us, so fuck football again.
No, hold up. Oh, we ain't got to stop football yet. Mr. Zip-Up Pants is going to the city where some kind of pants get you raped in the park.
What?
Debo Samuels got traded to Washington.
Oh, yeah,
Garrett?
Yeah. Debo.
No, Debo Samuels got traded to Washington.
Oh, you going to Chocolate City with them pants on? Okay, well, do you think?
You can't wear them Zip-Up Pants in DC, bro. You have a bad night. Yeah, this ain't San Francisco.
I ain't involved in that one. That's crazy work.
Hey, the rainbow people in DC a little different.
To just an update on the Myles Garrett, Detroit is throwing their name in the mix too. They just reported it today.
Okay.
They were monitoring it last year, so. But they definitely, along with Philly and the Bills. So what happens? I know the Browns keep saying we're not going to do anything. You're the Browns. Why are you lying?
Yeah, you need to trade as much as you can. You guys are fucking terrible.
You need to reset, like for real. Like
honestly, I seen the joint on X. Dude was like, the Browns should trade Myles Garrett to the worst team in the league, and the dude commented, he's already on the worst team in the league.
That's insane.
I was like, wow, that's so true.
Look, I think I brought that up. I don't know if I brought it up. I had in the Discord, people was when he first, threw the trade request out. He was saying, man, what you think? And somebody said Philly, and I said, man, I could see Detroit just knowing how Brad is. So somebody was like, why would he go from Cleveland to Detroit? I said, well, dude, I don't think he made a trade request because of the housing issues and like he wants to leave his team. It's not based off the housing market in Cleveland. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like he can't live somewhere else and play in Detroit. Like, they're really wealthy, so they can, like, what are you doing? Like, I think he's at a point where he's trying to win. If they give him an opportunity to win, he'll be there. Like, you talking about the city. Like, what are you talking? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Just because you can get a 5,000 square foot mansion in goddamn Cleveland for $150 don't mean that's worth staying.
God,
You
like,
a fucking
completely
idiot,
blew the
dog.
conversation. He blew
Hey.
me. I was like, bro, I'm not talking about the housing market. in Detroit.
I moved to Cleveland. You can buy it for $150. I moved to Cleveland.
Like, come on.
Hey, you can move to Arkansas for that much.
Me and Joe Kim Noah. Like, I tell you right now.
Hey, you might be able to get that shit in Arkansas, but hey, Arkansas ain't Cleveland. It is what it is.
Just saying. So it's Myles Garrett. The thing, it's gonna be about till whatever happens. So
Yeah.
but they said
Darius Slay got cut.
They talking about getting they looking at getting what they say, Kirk Cousins or they named two other people I can't think of right now. They was talking about possibly getting them to start.
We'll jump to that. We'll definitely jump into that next pod. I mean, we got free agency is end of this month.
Hell no, March is the 10th.
Yeah,
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
week.
We're gonna really follow that. So we'll definitely be in the building for that, talking about that. But yeah, man, thank y'all again for tuning in, watching with us. If y'all have any, comments you want to leave us, please do so. Anything you want to hear us talk about, let us know. We appreciate that. We will be following the road to WrestleMania. More box with Tank Davis. See what's gonna happen with this guy. Fuck any team that it's not the Detroit Lions. And
wow. We
do not have to see. Thank God we don't have to, we should not have to see what's her name, red lipstick and white girl next year. So she ran away from the football world after her man lost. So shout out to the Eagles for getting rid of the
You said they broke up because of that game?
Yeah. It's like we're not on TV anymore. We can't.
Are you breaking news here? What is this?
Yeah, they broke
Yeah,
up.
last time I checked, he was still messing with that damn record.
If I can't be with her, what is John Cena as 2025 haircut? I hate
Jesus Christ.
Fuck him, yo.
Anyway, look, we're on the road to monetization. Subscribers.
You made me think
to
about
1,000 subscribers, people.
Wait. You made me think about this because you said something about Travis Kelce. And we didn't have that pod because I had that joke. Low didn't have the pod. I was on the live stream in the chat, and someone said he looks like a state trooper, and I was like, from now on, I'm calling him State Trooper Travi. So that's why, if you hear me say that, that's where that's coming from. Huh?
The Super Troopers joint?
No, just a regular state trooper that's hiding on the highway. Just the haircut and everything. And I was like, you do look like a state trooper.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trav. Sorry.
Cut the mustache, trim the Tom Selleck down and edge it up. Some, bro.
Stephen A, get the lip sweater, please. I'm going to bring it up every time.
And Tom Selleck is in fucking insane. Yeah, I swear.
You got
lip sweater.
Hey, Stephen A got to take away from that hairline that keep fading back, boy. Like, bro, you're just catching up to Braun.
I mean,
yeah, you need some distraction. Yeah, a lip sweater definitely help. You need a thick burly joint too. That got to cover your old nostrils.
Thick burly joint is crazy.
Yeah, you need like a fro on your lip.
Thick burly joint.
You got to get the Steve Harvey.
Yeah, all that.
Bruh.
Just buff.
With the
Right
with the
here.
curls at the end, like Raleigh famous, you need the edges to
Nah,
curl
he
up
get
on the
curls
edge
at
Then
too.
I'm gonna start
You
thinking he
need
with the
help, boy. I swear you need
the other
help.
side.
Alphabet Boys,
Mm.
the Rainbow Coalition.
No, Jesus Christ, yellow card.
What the fuck?
Nah, I didn't.
No,
Yeah, I didn't. Nah, I didn't.
Yeah,
Go that
Bro,
far.
the
no, I
Rainbow
was
Coalition
saying
is bro. They're about the
no.
freedom of
I was saying I thought
minorities.
he would be on the other side with the swastikas. Yellow card.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, nah, we don't want that.
Court is
Yellow
not listening, people. Court is not listening. I didn't go that far. I know who to leave alone. Okay,
I went
Nah, bro,
far.
you would
I
with
went
the
far.
bushy
I
stuff.
know who to leave alone. I know who to leave alone.
Yeah, so double yellow card.
Certain people you gotta leave the fuck alone.
I mean, watching
Double
him, we
yellow
got
card.
look when we need y'all to monetize us. Then y'all be mad at what we say.
We
How
own the
about that?
You know,
platform. We own the platforms. We own them all.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
subscribe, baby. Subscribe,
Yeah, hit the subscribe, like, share.
then you can be as mad as you want to be.
Help Court out, yo, because he tripping.
Yeah, you people that like to just look at things on stories, you can like the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all
Or
know.
you can just
Don't
go on
be-
YouTube and watch.
don't
You ain't
be
got shit else
weird.
better to do.
Stop being
YouTube
weird.
is still
Like the
technically
stuff.
YouTube. Yeah,
We are
It's
YouTube
like
is
gonna
still
shadow
technically
listening.
social
We're
media.
gonna get out of here. They attack people. They attack the ghost listeners. I attack what's her name? Yeah.
Look,
T Swift.
YouTube is still technically social media. People, you're not really getting out social media to go watch our video. Throw a like, even if you don't finish. What about 10 minutes, motherfucker?
Just
However you want to listen to.
Just subscribe.
We are going to get up out of here.
share. You know the line. Like, share, subscribe, bro. Just
See, I get
show
my
some
shot
love.
away early. You
Don't
let
be
Court
showing
go off
love in the
tangent. Court
cut
go off on a
and then
tangent for the
be-
next 30 minutes, cussing everybody out. All you
Yeah,
niggas-
microphone check 1 2. What is this? The 5 foot
We out.
assassin with a roughneck business. We float like gravity. Never had a cavity. Y'all too young for that.
Yeah,
Shout
we
out
out,
to
man.
Rest in peace.
Peace.